As I wear my kilt around to different places, I encounter people who seem genuinely curious and ask questions. On rare occasions, there are people who seem uncomfortable. What are your experiences with negative encounters? Why do you think some people are opposed to men wearing kilts? Is it due to culture, politics, or some other element?
So I would say for the most part, when I'm wearing a kilt out in the world, 98% of the time, it's positive or neutral interaction. There's not a whole lot of negativity. Mm-hmm. There are occasional times. Now, I often wear it around here, so people know there's a kilt shop in the area. I don't travel much. So people know that there's a kilt shop in the area, and they probably give us a pass a little bit for that. But there are times where I've worn it and gotten negative, on occasion, negative comments. I would generally say it's from a place of ignorance. So I've gotten negative comments in rural, very, very rural areas or very, very urban areas, like, downtown Philadelphia on South Street, on a Saturday night, or middle of nowhere, nothing for miles around except for, the Walmart or whatever. So it's not I don't think it's a political thing. I don't think it's a right versus left thing or anything like that. I think it's just an ignorance of the culture thing. If you're not of Scottish heritage, of Irish heritage, of Celtic heritage, broadly speaking, you're talking to people who don't know what they're looking at, don't understand what they're looking at. They just see person, man in skirt-like thing, and it breaks their brain. And if they're a jerk, they have to say something. So that's essentially where it is. But I think it all stems from ignorance.
Yeah, I think it's basically. I mean, I have encountered people who don't like kilts, and they are familiar with the fact that Scots and some Irish wear kilts. They just don't like it. It still flies in the face of a cultural paradigm they've inherited. Or they think, oh, you're not. You should be in Scotland if you're going to be wearing a kilt. This is America. I definitely think it's partially a cognitive dissonance thing. And it's definitely a social paradigm. It's basically you are causing cognitive dissonance for them because their culture, their community is conforming around a different aesthetic, and you are outside of that aesthetic. And there could be politics, there could be religion, there could be other stuff involved, but those are all kind of like higher up here, and the consciousness of it is more down here, more like a tribalism thing. It's basically, you're different from me, you're different from us. Therefore, you make me feel uncomfortable, or therefore, in order to impress my peers, I want to mock you because it reinforces my sense of my identity with them. It throws me into good contrast against you to say even more so that I'm with these cool guys here, haha, smart teenagers with our pants hanging down and our giant, fuzzy earrings, whatever the trend is. But I think it really is you like that? It wasn't funny.
Usually I'm further away from the mic, so I don't have to.
Not anymore, my friend. But you see what I mean? I think it's a tribal attitude. It's basically the human instinct to categorize things, which we do, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It is part of our wiring that our brains create categories and boxes for things because it's a survival instinct. It's how you know that this person right here is going to help you hunt, and that thing over there with the big teeth might eat you. It honestly goes that far back. So some people, it's tribal.
the way that I agree. Period.
Hey guys, we have fun here, don't we?
A wee bit.
We do. But where you can have even more fun? It's on the USA Kilts and Culture socials. That's the Kilts and Culture Facebook group and the USA Kilts official subreddit, as well as the Kilts and Culture subreddit. We're everywhere you want to be. So between watching our shows, please spend some time with us there. We like to do a lot of socializing with the medias.
Come hang out. The water's fine. Jump on in. The way I would kind of frame it, or try to frame it in my mind, and would encourage others to frame it as well when you run into somebody with a negative kind of thought on things, especially for somebody you don't know, is I would honestly feel pity on them from an aspect of where are they in their life? Where are they in their feelings, their emotions, their journey on this mortal coil that they feel so bad that in order to feel better about themselves, they have to tear somebody else down, a stranger that they don't know. Like, how sad is that when that is their method to feel better about something? I would rather put positivity out in the world. I'd rather be, hold the door for somebody or say something nice to somebody or randomly compliment a stranger and make their day a little bit better in hopes that they're going to pass it on and do the same kind of thing to other people than be rude to somebody or dismissive or whatever just because I want to. I don't know. It makes me sad for them that that's where they're at in their life, that they think that's going to make them feel better.
It is about control. You will find people who feel like they can't control some aspect of their lives will like to mock other people because it gives them an illusion of power for a moment. Power being control over their environment. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I'm an armchair psychologist in this case, obviously, but I do think that's part of it, is that they do feel bad about themselves or they feel out of control in some way. And, having that momentary feeling of power is self-medicating against that.
Yeah.
So now, but how much you engage with these people is really what it comes down to.
Yes.
Most of the time, it's not going to be worth your psychic energy.
Yep.
Just happy motoring. Bye.
Yep. Have the day you deserve, buddy.
Yeah.
And
kinda.
Just keep going. Keep on keeping on. And don't give them what they're looking for, because they're ultimately looking for a reaction. So just smile and nod. Have the day you deserve, pal, and keep going. And they're going to realize that they were insulted if you say that. Just keep going. Don't let someone else's insult become your bad day.
Right.
Like, what's that? Insults or anger is a gift you do not have to receive. Just because someone insults you or tries to put something on you doesn't mean you have to take it. You just stand there and, walk away. They are left with that anger, not you. Don't let it ruin your day. Just keep going.
Yeah. I think the same. It's a little bit like dealing with kilt lifters. It's kind of, a kilt lifter wants to get a reaction out of you a lot of the time too. Sometimes they think they have the best of intentions, but they're still crossing boundaries. Either in the hope of flirting with you or in the hope of impressing their friends. Again, the whole boosting themselves up with their peers for a second. And they're hoping you're going to react somehow. They really are. So control the situation.
I would say it's different because kilt lifters,
in
my
similar,
mind,
but
cross a line into a physical touch, a physical thing versus words. So that's where I would draw the difference between them. But
I'm saying they're kind of related. I'm not saying they're the same.
Yeah, and or one is trying to be insulting and one is trying to be in on the joke with you. So I still parse them a bit, but I see where you're drawing your comparison from.
Sometimes the insulting people are envious, too.
It's true.
It makes them sad that you are doing something they don't have the guts to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what's the line I used to use if somebody jokes around about oh, hey, some guys need more room than others.
Right.
Apparently you don't. And you just keep on and they're like, wait, what? So cool. Hope that helps. Kind of, maybe. Probably didn't. But we said it anyway.
Illegitimate non-carborundum.
Exactly.
Gesundheit.
Mr. Marty.
People are very much in agreement with you with similar jokes, like what's under your kilt, my socks, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Angelfish actually says, often I get the sense that non-kilt wearers worry about kilters going regimental.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
But even so, I don't think that's any of your business.
I have cartoon evidence of that.
Cartoon evidence?
Yeah, the Oatmeal, very popular online cartoon. He did one about when he saw a guy in a kilt, all he could think about was the fact they were regimental. And he found
Why are you that concerned about my undercarriage? Let it go.
It's enlightened them in some way.
It's off-putting in other ways. All right.